Good morning, everyone. We would like to welcome our graduates, families, and friends here on what is a very special day for you, your Macquarie University graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would like to ask you all to please ensure that your mobile phone has been switched off. There are a couple of items I need to run through before the ceremony starts. Firstly, you are all welcome to take photographs during the ceremony. However, we do ask that you remain in your seats so that you do not impede the view of the other guests. Under no circumstances should anyone stand in the centre aisle or approach the stage. Please note that this ceremony will be streamed live on the Macquarie University YouTube channel. Should we have a situation that requires us to evacuate the building, please follow the instructions of our security staff. There are 4 exits from the graduation hall, 1 in each corner of the building, 2 in the back corners, and 2 in the front. You will also find our safety information on the back page of your program. Plaques, frames, and photography services are available in the atrium next to the refreshments marquee. If you have pre-ordered a frame or plaque, please make sure you collect it there today. In a moment, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research of Macquarie University, Professor John Simons, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. When the procession has arrived on the stage, Advance Australia Fair will be performed, and you are invited to join in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our academic procession.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budjimulinu Nalewa. Good morning and welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for its acknowledgement of us and for the invitation to welcome you here this morning. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bulangari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name from. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement is our advancement. Now, this is probably more readily understood in traditional times when camps were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back got distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your good fortune was thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we get it right. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to recommend them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 200 years ago, he described the people he encountered at Botany Bay as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They had nothing, he wrote, but the tools that they carried. They were naked, they made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unknown, as were forts or jails. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained with fire and respectful and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. Now remember, this is not a dream or an ideal. This is normal life, and not too long ago. There's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us now, but we're a clever people, and there's still much magic in the world. So I would say expect great and wonderful things from your lives. We know life is good and we are meant to be happy. So I would say to keep following the promptings of that beautiful spirit within you, and don't be shy to share your gifts with the rest of us. Together we can create a world that is kind to our children and a good legacy for our lives led. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Welcome to country. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Academic at Macquarie University, Professor John Simons.
Thank you, Chris, for that welcome to country. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's my great privilege as Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony today. Firstly, I welcome our graduands. I hope that this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for you. You deserve to take pride in your graduation today, because completing a degree, as you all know, is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, and you really do have those, whatever you may think. You need determination and you need perseverance. And you need, as you've all done, to make many sacrifices. But your hard work's paid off, and I congratulate each and every one of you on your achievements. But today I also want to welcome, and especially welcome, those of you who are sitting beside and behind our graduands as their guests, because you've all done well too. The very fact that you're here, the fact that you've been invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of his or her life, shows that you've been an important influence. So, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, cousins, sons, daughters, grandmothers, grandfathers, friends, husbands, wives, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, congratulations, and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. But I have a task for you to perform for our graduates. I want you to make sure that the degrees that they're about to be awarded are never, ever put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our newest graduates are too modest to proclaim their success, please make sure that you do it for them. The ceremony that we're about to participate in today is one of the world's oldest social rituals. For centuries, graduates have been donning robes just like the ones our graduands are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like this one. There are some 50 universities in the world that can trace their history back more than 500 years, and there aren't that many institutions of any kind in the world that can do that. Of course, Macquarie, by comparison, is relatively young, and we celebrated our 50th anniversary, our jubilee, last year. But I want each of our graduands to think as they cross the stage in a short moment that when the founders of our university had the vision to set up Macquarie University, they had in mind one single moment, and that's the moment when each of you crosses the stage. The entire history of this university was built just for each one of you to cross this stage. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but have only become clear through history. We learned that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. Instead, it lies in his vision for what became Australia, to establish an egalitarian society where there was no difference in those days between the free and the freed. The Australian notion of a fair go derives from Macquarie. And at this university, we strive to maintain and honour that legacy. In our first 50 years, we've come a long way. We now have 150,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. We're a modern and outward-looking university, which is regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities, a reputation that we're keen to enhance through the quality of our research, through our courses, and through our facilities. And we're always ready and eager to engage with the world around us. On your way here today, you may have seen the prestigious Macquarie University Hospital, which is used by the students, professional and academic staff in our Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. And we're proud that we are the only university in Australia with our own private hospital. You may have seen our impressive library, which provides a 21st century learning and research environment, and which has the only robotic book retrieval system in Australia. More recently, our new Australian Hearing Hub opened, a world-leading institute dedicated to advances in hearing, speech and language science. So we're looking forward always, and we're always moving forward. But some of the things we value so much about Macquarie will never change. The friendliness of staff and students that all our visitors notice and comment upon. The egalitarian vision and values that are part of our cultural DNA at the university. And of course, the unique and beautiful park-like grounds which make our campus so enjoyable. These things will stay in your memory and remind you of your links with Macquarie, links that we hope you will maintain through our alumni network. You will always be welcome at Macquarie University. And here we have a straightforward and clear mission. Our mission is to transform and improve people's lives. not just of our own students, but also of people all around the globe, by the work and achievement of our graduates and by the fruits of our research. We want Macquarie always to be a leader in learning and teaching and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. In other words, we aspire to be an ideal community of scholars. And in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of the Macquarie University alumni and the Macquarie University community. It is now my pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker. Dr. Kate Wilson is the Executive Director for the New South Wales Office of Environment and Heritage. In this role, she manages over 250 scientists and support staff who deliver the data, research and expertise to provide evidence for environmental management, planning and regulation, and ultimately better decision-making for a healthy New South Wales environment. She's also responsible for the OEH's knowledge strategy, which guides the science needed to support the organisation's policy and programmes, and for delivery of technical analysis, expert advice and research to support OEH, the New South Wales Environment Protection Agency, Authority and external government customers and clients. Kate joined the OEH in 2009 from the CSIRO, where she was Director of the Wealth from the Oceans flagship. Her background's in molecular biology and biotechnology and their application to agriculture and aquaculture. She was co-founder of the Centre for the Application of Molecular Biology to International Agriculture, Canberra, and research leader in tropical aquaculture at the Australian Institute of Marine Science in Townsville, before joining the CSIRO in 2005. She has a doctorate from Harvard University and a Bachelor of Arts with first-class honours from Cambridge University. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to invite Dr. Kate Wilson to deliver the occasional address. Please welcome Dr. Wilson.
Thank you, Deputy Vice-Chancellor. I'd like to start by just also acknowledging the traditional owners, the Darug people, and paying my respects to the long-standing and continuing knowledge that the Darug and other Indigenous people hold about this country in which we live, as we heard so eloquently just now. So, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the Faculty of Science and Engineering, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduates in the Faculty of Science and Engineering 2015, welcome to you all. Now, my job takes me to incredible places in this beautiful state of New South Wales, and I'm going to tell you about 3 of them, which go from the rocky coast to the snow-scattered Australian Alps to the red-earthed outback, and how in each of these places we are using science to shape how we manage and live in harmony with the land. So first is perhaps the most famous suburb in Sydney, Manly. Did you know that there are over 50 breeding pairs of penguins that live there, nestled under cliffside houses or camped out right next to a beachside restaurant? I recently spent an extremely wet morning in an inflatable dinghy, zooming around the headland and looking at how New South Wales' only mainland colony of little penguins manages to live alongside the humans who flock to this iconic harbourside location. The second place is the highest mountains in Australia in Kosciuszko National Park. These are renowned for rare alpine vegetation, but also for the wild horses that are known in Australian folklore as the Brumbies. And we took a helicopter across the park, landing to look at some of the pristine areas and then to look at the difference in the areas that are frequented by horses. And this is all part of our work to help the National Parks and Wildlife Service manage that park. My third trip took me 4-wheel driving across the salt pans of far western New South Wales to camp out on country near Lake Mungo with a group of Indigenous leaders. This is where the bones of the earliest known inhabitants of the Australian continent have been found. Mungo man and woman have been carbon dated to approximately 40,000 years before the present. I visited one of the sites where fossilised human footprints from that era have been preserved. I stood on the dunes looking at footprints that are as clear as those we leave on the beach today, and yet are some of the oldest known footprints of modern humans, Homo sapiens, on the planet. So I visited each of these places in the last 3 months in my role as Head of Science for the New South Wales Environment and Heritage Agency. And yes, I have a wonderful job, no doubt about it, But what I'm want to illustrate to you is that I'm not using my technical scientific skills, which are in molecular biology in this job, but I'm using my scientific training. I'm using my understanding of the importance of scientific rigor, scientific excellence, my capacity to probe and question and challenge, my ability to synthesize different subject matter to come up with something new. And those are all skills that you all, the graduating group, the graduates in 2015, now have as well. Now, in preparing for this occasional address, the university helpfully pointed me to one that was given at Macquarie University last year by the two-time Oscar-winning actor Kate Blanchett. This was extremely daunting. But when I watched, it was fascinating. So the other Kate Blanchett, she talked about the arts as the driver of innovation and exploration, which are two qualities usually associated with science. And she talked about creativity as putting your imagination to work and as the process of having original ideas that have value. And I'd say science and engineering are processes of immense creativity and innovation. A scientific advance or engineering design does not simply fall out from collecting facts and feeding them into a computer. They need all the creativity and imagination that the human brain can apply to those observations or to the laws of physics. So as you move on from your university education to put your creative minds to work, think how you can innovate, how you can add value. This might be through new research, new knowledge. It might be a new way to manage weeds in a cropping system. It might be designing new medical technology. The important element of creativity and innovation is to add value. And I do not mean just monetary value, though of course this is a very important role for innovation and one on which our economies depend. But I mean enduring value, an advance that will have a lasting net positive impact on people and the planet. The issues that I'm involved in day to day are not blue sky discoveries, but if we can use science to help the penguins live alongside humans, to manage the coexistence of the wild horses, the brumbies, and the fragile alpine peat bogs, to understand the long history of Indigenous Australians and work with them to manage country now and into the future, then we're using science to add real value. And by thinking about what value you're adding, this also helps you to stay true to your own values. So in my journey to where I am today, I think back to a young girl on a beach in Cornwall in southwest England. My family used to holiday there every year, and I grew up playing in the rock pools, catching hermit crabs, watching fish darting around, poking my fingers in luscious red anemones that would stickily close around them. And this started my love of science. But in the summer of 1967, everything was changed at that beach. In March that year, an oil tanker, the Torrey Canyon, foundered on rocks when taking a shortcut along the coast and spilled 120 million litres of crude oil. Now, this was the first ever massive oil tanker spill in the world, and the cleanup was literally attacked with a military operation. But despite all the cleanup, that summer I was discovering oil-covered fish in the rock crevices, and when we built sandcastles, the sand was black and sticky below the surface. This image has never left me. And through my career, from molecular biology to agricultural microbiology to marine science and now environmental science, I know that my belief in the value of using science to understand and look after our natural environments has persisted and led me to where I am today. So many congratulations to all of you. And you have navigated the many subjects this great university offered you, completed the practicals, handed in the assignments, passed the exams, completed the research projects, and delivered the theses, so that you're sitting here today as proud graduates in science and engineering. So I say to you, science and engineering is awesome. Go forward, be immensely proud to have the skills you have acquired here at Macquarie University. Use your creativity and add value to the world. Embrace your scientific training and expertise, and whether you use your technical expertise or your broader skills, and wherever it takes you, and strive to leave your metaphorical footprint on this planet, just as the people at Lake Mungo did millennia ago. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson, for that oration and for giving your time to take part in this important ceremony. Thank you. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as today's and conferring degrees and diplomas on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call upon the Registrar, Deirdre Anderson, formally to certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for those awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of Academic Senate for the degrees and diplomas they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees and diplomas please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees and diplomas for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Science and Engineering. The faculty teaches courses and conducts research about people and our physical environment. It is the home to a number of internationally recognised research centres. It has close links with industry and is building firm future partnerships, especially with companies both locally and internationally. The faculty includes research and study areas in biological sciences, chemistry, biomolecular sciences, chiropractic, computing, earth and planetary sciences, environment, geography, mathematics, physics, astronomy, engineering and statistics. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I now call on Professor Barbara Mellinet, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering, to present the graduates.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Bachelor of Science with Honours, Manu Trivedi. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Science, Crystal Alexis Kapach. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with First Class Honours, Aaron John Kelly. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering with Honours, Yung Kai Hu. Joel Raymond Kelly. Tien Dat Phung. Nicholas Taylor. I present the graduate admitted to the honours degree of Bachelor of Science, Arita Macquarie. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Advanced Science, Carly Anna Maddox, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Tara Hawley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Biodiversity and Conservation, Christine Elizabeth Chivas. Timothy Paul Kataya. Lorraine Hilda Dawes. Matthew Lindsay Hutchins Reid. Diana Ruchinsky. Jennifer Vu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Tianosi Osanaracheli Akarajola Eminofo. Ka-ho Caleb Ching. Sakapan Ritjan. Daniel Albert Rizk. Eddie Chun Kit Wong. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment, Callum Eric Lukeman.
It's now here.
Oh, he's here. Okay. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Health, Ahmad Wahab Abbas. Andrew Ellis. Talar Barbarian. Angela Elaine Cochrane Draper. Tori Louise Easthorpe. Brian Yin Bun Ho. Bridget Ann Curley. Rebecca McNaughton. Samantha Jane McCloy. Elise Ellen McIntosh. Hayley Sarah Ward. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Marine Science, Caitlin Strang. Jack Alexander Wittnell. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Medical Sciences, Kate Duffy. Eugenie Nichols. Yashvi Dunji Patel. Sunny Zo Young Woo. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Planning, Prinya Kampunvong. Daniel Du Young Kim. Lennox Kwasi Twenaboa. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nadia Abdel Fattah. Simon David Gordon Bell. Katie Bressington. Sarah Caruana. Kai Do Pham Tien. Kirsten Eitzen. Alexander Graham. Harrison Walter William Jones. Kelvin Kwan. Christopher Malcolm Maber. Alexander Charles Maunder. Madeline Morgan. Cindy Karen Murphy. Lucy Annabelle New. Royce Ng. Eddie Sung Ah Park. Rachel Pegley. Amy Lita Roberts. Stephen Andrew Rocks. Joel Talbot. Ross Sterling Taylor. Stuart James Terry. Jennifer Fiona Thompson. Nathan Timpano. Stephanie Nicole Waldron. Benjamin Ho Chi Wan. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Biotechnology with the Master of Commerce, Maria Erica Alexandra Cadena Ramirez. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Biotechnology, Sarah Lillian Briggs Emanuel. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Engineering Management, Simone Laura Brennan. Jason Jeremy Gia. Meena Kayani. Saroj Korala. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master in Environment, Nitin Apte. Jimena Eshegolan Correa Nieto. Georgie Kumlo. Nan Lee. Kerry Ann Murray Lynch. Sarah Mouat. Fazle Rabi. Stacey Lynn Wilson. I present the graduate admitted to the Master of Environmental Education, Patricia Ann Guthrie. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Environmental Planning, Lou Han. Olivia Marie Hurst. Joyner Ann Matthew. Carlos Ernesto Romo Carrella. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Environmental Science, Claire Marguerite Naylor, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Laboratory Quality Analysis and Management, Rasha Al-Sahafi. Marjorie Tunhitsai Shivinge. Victor Xiao Xian Chung. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Marine Science and Management, Joni Pinney Fitzsimmons. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Museum Studies, Helen Ruth Harwood. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Science, Jeffrey Chan. Hiyu Yan Wallace Ip. Juliana Piroska Kedar. Grace Sohee Kim. Fazin Amina Majid. Shari Jane May. Melvin Rajan. Vicky Judith Reed. Benjamin Claude Thomas, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for Academic Excellence. Aaron Evan Tompkins. Justine May Wheeler. D. Wu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Wildlife Management, Anthony Charles Corrigan. Simone Melissa Larcombe. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research, and very specially today, the Faculty of Science and Engineering's first graduate, Kaustubh Sanjay Dongre, for a thesis entitled The Effect of Camber and Yaw Angle on the Aerodynamic Performance of Rotating Wheels in Contact with the Ground. David Argent Lewis Dubo for a thesis entitled Geographical Localization of Barley through Protein Fingerprinting. Laura Martina Fernandez for a thesis entitled Impacts of the Invasive Fungus Puccinia psidi myrtle rust on 3 Australian Myrtaceae species of coastal swamp woodland. Ryan John Navat for a thesis entitled Rostral Tooth Microwear and Ultrastructure of the Barbels and Rostrum Tip in the common saw shark Pristiophorus serratus and their proposed behavioural implications. Chairing Tenpa Lama O'Gorman for a thesis entitled Localising Climate Change, Science, Nature, Fire and Weather in the Blue Mountains. Samia Tabassum for a thesis entitled Trait Values and Not Invasive Status Determine Competitive Outcomes Between Native and Exotic Invasive Species under Varying Soil Nutrient Availability. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Dr. Marina Anu Graham, who has been awarded the Vice-Chancellor's Commendation for a thesis entitled Membrane Protein Glycan Markers of Epithelial Ovarian Cancer, Discrimination of Serous Tumours of Ovary, Peritoneum and Tube. Dr. Christopher Peter Artlett for a thesis entitled Remote Sensing of Water Temperature Using Raman Spectroscopy. Dr. Michael Boers for a thesis entitled 60 GHz Silicon Transmitters. Dr. Andrew Shane Kerr for a thesis entitled Self-Assembly of Biomaterials and Bioimaging Agents Using Novel Peptides. Dr. Jenny Hugh Lam Chick for a thesis entitled Towards Improved Glycan and Glycoprotein Biomarkers in Colorectal Cancer by Mass Spectrometry. Dr. Tiffany Claire Delport for a thesis entitled Anthropogenic Influence on Symbiotic Interactions of Australian Sea Lions, Neophoco chinerea. Dr. Michael Thomas Fitzgerald for a thesis entitled Design Principles, Implementation and Evaluation for Inquiry-Based Astronomy, an investigation of the issues surrounding sufficient teacher professional development in large-scale astronomical initiatives. Dr. Andre Hallen for a thesis entitled Amino Acid Metabolism in Mammalian Brain, Discovery and Characterization of Mammalian Ketamine Reductase. Dr. Regina Hammond for a thesis entitled Colonial Representations in a Post-Colonial World. Dr. Ekaterina Marian Howard for a thesis entitled The Supermassive Black Hole at the Centre of Our Galaxy. Dr. Yao Yao Ji for a thesis entitled Essays in Climate Change Mitigation Strategies. Dr. Yevgeny Kuhar for a thesis entitled Circuit-Based Monitoring of High-Performance Semiconductor Manufacturing Processes. Dr. Wendy Leland Lokam Chung for a thesis entitled Biomimetic Approach Towards Alkali Natural Product Synthesis and the Synthesis of Epiconone Analogues with Near-Infrared Fluorescence. Dr. Matthew Lott for a thesis entitled Nematode Community Dynamics in Australian Vertebrates, Impacts of Contemporary Captive Management Practices. Dr. Rowan Horace McGinley for a thesis entitled Fighting Strategies and Mechanisms Behind Contest Resolution in the Jumping Spider Survey in Ghana. Dr. Christopher James McMahon for a thesis entitled Fabrication of Organic Field Effect Transistors Using Photosensitive Active Materials. Dr. Joshua Graham, PT, for a thesis entitled Reese Transform Estimates in the Absence of a Preservation Condition and Applications to the Dirichlet Laplacian. Dr. Manvin Kaur Sethi, for a thesis entitled Mapping the Biomolecular Deregulation in Colorectal Cancer Using LC-MS-MS-based Nitrogen Glycomics and Proteomics, a Quest for Potential Biomarkers. Dr. Yam Prasad Siwakoti, for a thesis entitled Impedance Source Network Power Converters. Dr. Rajat Taneja, for a thesis entitled The Origin of Seamount Volcanism in the Northeast Indian Ocean. Dr. Li Chen Chang, for a thesis entitled Techniques for Characterization and Applications of Long Lifetime Luminescence in the Microsecond Region. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Science and Engineering.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I call on Dr. Lingxing Zhang, who has graduated today with a Doctor of Philosophy, to give the graduate response on behalf of the graduating group. Dr. Zhang. Thank you, Dr. Zhang.
Good morning, distinguished colleagues, supervisors, families, and friends. My name is Li Xinzhang. I'm graduating with a doctorate from Design and Application of Optical Instruments program. It's my great honor to take this privilege to address you on behalf of the graduates and share my experience with Macquarie University and express our acknowledgements to Macquarie University. Supervisors, families, and friends, we can never achieve this honorable degree without the most helpful and selfless support from this world-renowned university, our supervisors, and all those loving friends and co-workers. 4 years ago, after being awarded the International Macquarie University Research Excellence Scholarship, I joined Macquarie University and started my PhD here. This 4-year PhD study is most fruitful and valuable experience in my life. What I obtained here definitely includes the advanced professional knowledge and priceless friendship. And the most important thing, I think, are the development of our critical and logical thinking pattern and social skills. All this will accompany me throughout all my future career and as well as my daily life. During my study here, I never feel lonely and hopeless because my team, my coworkers, supervisors, they were always there to give me in-time assistance whenever I was in need of the help. It's their support that give me the confidence and the motivation to bravely deal with those challenges during my PhD journey. Studying at Macquarie University, we were encouraged to absorb fresh blood by communicating with other researchers, without being restricted by geographic boundaries. During this 4-year PhD study, thanks to the generous sponsorship by Macquarie University PDRF and the faculty PDRF, twice I get the chance to attend a serious international conference and studies at many international laboratories, which drastically broadens my horizons. This not only accelerates my research progress, but also enriches my personal life while communicating and socializing with people from different countries with different cultures. What was mentioned here is my second international trip, during which I spent 3 months in Göttingen University, one of the most prestigious universities in Germany, and more than 40 Nobel Prize winners ever studied there. Even now, I still feel so excited and contented to get the chance to feel so close to the Nobel Prize, because I knew I could only be and will always just be a little bit fans dreaming about this, because I've already moved on to the industry and working with the Olympus Australia. I'm very proud of my choice. This is why I put all my best on my coworkers. From these international trips, I had experience to meet international researchers, to show our achievements to them, to communicate and exchange ideas with them, and to build long-term collaboration with them. When you realize you have so many friends all over the world, you have so many support all over the world, you will find your research life is less miserable than you expected. Actually, I prefer to say it's such an interesting job. A big thank you to Macquarie University and my supervisors for giving me the chance to get to know so many wonderful things and be better and a better self. A 4-year PhD study is just a short stage in our life, but what we acquire from this process will provide us with extremely valuable capabilities to face the future life, since we got the best access for our patience, our persistence, our learning ability, our socializing skills, and especially our optimistic attitude to life. From today, we will start a totally new page in our life. But now, I'm proud to say that we can be whatever we want to. Nothing impossible for the people who ever experience real study at Macquarie University. We can continue our research as the research fellow and then lecture, senior lecturer, as associate professor and then professor. We can also walk into industry to be engineer, to be product specialist, and to be manager. We can also build our own business as a boss, and all this just to do what we want to do. At this moment, we should feel we're so happy, so lucky, so proud that we have so many chances to choose our next step in our life without any hesitation. Good luck to our graduates and our friends. In the end, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our supervisors, families, and friends for your big support and encouragement all the way through our development. For my colleagues, graduates, I just want to say, no matter what you are engaged in, please keep in mind, please with a grateful heart to your friends, to your family, and to the people you meet. Never give up, and you will be the best one in your field. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Zhan, and congratulations for your reflections on your study at Macquarie University. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in expressing our appreciation for Angela Brewer for that superb performance, as always. We also have other musicians here today. Our organist, Dr. James Forsyth, and our trumpeter, Melanie McLaughlin. And I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank some very important people, the representatives from our alumni community who come along to these ceremonies to help us celebrate the occasion. Graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage of your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's certainly not the end of your relationship with us. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, our alumni, and part of a network of over 150,000 Macquarie graduates spreading across the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope you'll come back here to attend functions, to undertake more study, or simply to visit the campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourself to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry, to set ambitious goals for yourselves, and to continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. I'd urge you to travel with a compass and not a map, so that you don't miss the interesting sights along the way. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those who you meet on your journey. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned not only for your own benefits, but also for the benefit of our wider community. Each and every one of you can make a difference and change the world. And that doesn't mean you have to win a Nobel Prize. Everything you do in your homes, in your workplace, in your communities matters and makes a difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate across society. Something as simple as a kind word or gesture can be the spark that can ignite a great life, a great career, or a great achievement. Above all, in all you do, I ask you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope also that you will remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you today. So, to acknowledge their contribution and to thank you for it, I'd like you to do a couple of things. I'd like you all, graduates, please to stand. To put your testamus on your chairs and to turn around to face your family and friends. And I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause. Now, before you sit down, here on the dais are the representatives of the academic staff of the faculty who've supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them too. You sit down now. I'll shortly lead the official party out, and it will be my great honour to invite our newest graduates and their family and friends to join us for some refreshments overlooking the lake. But before I do this, I'd like to wish you the very best for your futures and to conclude with the words of an old Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands.
The official party will now leave the graduation hall through the centre aisle and will be followed by the graduates themselves. I now ask all our graduates to please stand, and their guests. And guests, please wait until the procession has left the room, and we look forward to joining you for morning tea. Thank you.